Was a whole married man, fully married, happy, never cheated, never lied, never did anything behind your back, never met up in the Sprinter and got my head in a parking lot of a strip club. You ain't got them stories on me. Now, everybody's got problems. Everybody go through shit. I never came at Sam. Over 2 years, never said one thing about that woman and came at her because I legally couldn't. Now, as soon as the trial happened, now I got some shit to say because you accused me of putting you out of the house, changing the locks, and kicking you and a 1-year-old out the house. That's a lie. You put the COVID mask on top of the Ring cameras, and you arranged all the shit that you did, and now you trying to get me for $20,000 a month for a 1-year-old at the time, and I couldn't speak on it. And I'm hurt, and I'm bleeding out loud. I'm divorced, and I know why.
Well, he had a lot to go through. And it sounded like he really loved her, but in the end, it's a lot of, it's sour.
Yeah, and it shows the incentive that women have, you know, after they're tired of you, they can get a divorce, and just from the child support, if he's successful, you can get up to 20 grand a month, you know, just for the child, you know.
Is that what they be spending on these kids a month? 20,000? With the lifestyle that they live, they got school, daycare, but that was a 1-year-old.
No, a lot of times, you know, you have women getting 20,000 and she's trying to spend that on a car, you know, a month. So she's using the kid to keep up with this lifestyle, and her car payment is like 5 or 10 grand a month. But it's for her to, you know, keep up with the lifestyle of, you know, what she was accustomed to. So she's going to get that much just in child support. That's not counting alimony, you know. So yeah, you become pretty spendy.
That's why these chicks be trying to marry these successful dudes, because they set after that.
Yeah, yep, get 1 or 2 kids, and I mean 20 grand a month. You times that for 18 years, and you still have alimony. That's not counting alimony and everything that you split through the marriage. It becomes a business, a lucrative business at that.
So it's almost beneficial for the man just to stay with the woman and just
tough it out, but he doesn't have that choice. If he don't have the choice and she wants a divorce, what can you do besides, you know, pay the ransom?
But there gotta be a reason to get a divorce, right? You can't just be like, I want a divorce from him, because they always ask, like, why?
No, it's not. It's not written in the American law that, you know, like the Bible, like you have to catch him in infidelity. You know, a woman can wake up, or a man can wake up and say, hey, I don't like the way you look, or your breath stink, or your feet stink, or you're not making enough money, or I'm just tired of you, or it's not working out, or we have outgrown each other. There's no one reason that you can say, okay, you didn't meet the criteria to get divorced. She can wake up and say, you know, I want a divorce. I think these talking points are a real good learning experience, and it adds insight on what divorces look like and what people go through and the incentives that you can get with a marriage or divorce. So I think it adds a little more insight of what Americans go through.
So how much did my divorce cost me? Well, this is a fantastic question. There's direct and there's indirect costs. Direct costs, I lost $106,000 out of my 401k retirement plan I spent 20 years contributing to. I also lost half the equity in the home, stocks, bonds, mutual funds, cash, and savings that I also spent 20 years contributing to. I also lost half of all the non-liquid assets like furniture, household goods, electronics, cars. Keep in mind, I paid for all of these. And this is in addition to financially supporting her and her/our daughter for 17 years, which is many hundreds of thousands of dollars. I'm now broke, live in a 2-bedroom apartment, and have a negative net worth for the first time since I was, 25. Indirect costs: my job, my sobriety, my self-worth, my masculinity, my hope for the future, my ability to trust women again, my belief in God, my pride, my motivation, my physical health. I don't know, let's just say everything. So how much?
She really broke him.
Yeah.
And he explained it well, like everything he was going through. So I can understand not trusting a woman. And I can understand a woman, if she was in this situation, not trusting a man either, you know?
Yeah, look how much you lose. Like, you lose so much of your money and furniture and things that you've accumulated. And like he said, he had 17 years of taking care of a kid that you spend so much money you can't even count. And she still get half of everything. You know, so, you know, it could break a person if you don't have that right mate that understands that we're not here to break you. You know, we're here to be together with each other and live a happily life. But, you know, it's a business.
Marriage is extortion.
It really is.
You marry some chick, think you're gonna be together forever. Little do you know, her whole game plan was to divorce you and take your money. But my man, Mr. Hakeem, she thought he had 70 M's. Shorty thought she was gonna get 35 M's. Nope, it was in his mother's name. He didn't have nothing. Remind me to call my mom after this. She gotta pay him, cause she got more money than him. He's gonna get paid. We finally won. It took Mr. Hakimi to show us the path.
He got her.
Cause she was ready to get all that money, 70 mil. She thought she was finna get
35.
And he put that in his mom's name. So she married him, got the divorce, and found out after she got the divorce that everything was in the mom's name. And that's how she found out she wasn't getting shit.
There ain't no way around that?
No, because you only can take what's in my name. So in order to crack the code, you can't put everything in your name and expect somebody to be out to not get you for the money. So he was already, a little suspicious, so he didn't put everything in his name. So when you get the divorce, she only can take what's legally yours, and that's the only thing that's in your name.
Women are incentivized. Basically, there's such a major financial incentive for women to get divorced. As soon as there's even a hint of unhappiness, as a man, you should never sign a contract with someone who is rewarded for breaking it. No sane, informed man would or should sign that contract. As a businessman, it is one of the worst contracts you could possibly sign in your entire life.
Well, that's just continuation of what all the other clips have said. The man get the short end of the stick, and it's like it's not an incentive for them to get married, which could be why a lot of these men aren't even looking for a mate.
Yeah, it's easier just to play the role. Like, you go up there, live with her, be the baby daddy, don't get married, and you don't have to worry about missing half of everything that you work for. And the incentive now is just to be a baby daddy. That's the incentive that you get instead of marrying her, because there's no incentive to losing half your shit. So
they would have to pay child support. That would be the only thing. So then they try to get all the kids they can get to then get more child support per month.
That's about it. You're not taking half of it as well.
When a man wants to get married, he's only getting married truly for one reason. Because let me be honest with you women, the men can work and provide for themselves. He doesn't need your salary like that. He does not necessarily need you to cook, clean, and have sex, because he can get sex from multiple women. They're giving it out. A lot of them can cook and clean. Their mother taught them, or they can pay someone to get it. So why would a man decide to have a wife? Because with a wife, you can now have love, you can now have nurturing, you can have support, you can have affection. This is what he's supposed to be able to get from a wife. So if that is not what you're leading with in your relationships with men, this is why they're not as attracted to you.
I agree. I mean, that's what you need to be leading with. In order to have value to a man, if you lead with nurturing, loving, kindness, caring, and a man sees that, he's going to find value in you. And then you come with the cooking and the cleaning, but all those things a man can either pay for or do himself, whether it's sex. And so I agree with everything that she said, that, if a woman is in tune with herself and she understands that that's where I can add value by being nurturing, caring, and comforting for him, he's gonna love her until, the end of that relationship, or until the wheels fall off. But when you have somebody that's not in tune with that and they're not leading with that, it's just like, well, I'm cooking and I'm cleaning and I'm doing these things for you. You need to be delighted that you got me. And it's like, well, I can easily get those things. The things that I can't get are the nurturing, the caring things that you should lead with in order to keep me, motivated to being with you. When you listen to what she's saying, she's trying to explain to a woman that just because you're bringing a plate or you're cooking dinner, most of these men know how to cook, they know how to plate their food on it, and they can bring it to themselves. Don't look at it like you're really doing so much, when the things that you need to be valuing and leading with are the nurturing and caring things, because a woman doesn't really see the value in that. She sees the value in the things that she do physically, not the things that she can give you spiritually and comforting. And so a woman who's nourishing, she's listening to her man, she's here to take the stress of the everyday world. Whether you're working or you're not working, she knows that the world's gonna beat you up, and I'm not here to not hear your feelings and to nurture you. So then you can go back into the world, and you've been nurtured by your woman to be able to tell her how your day's going, tell her your problems, for you to be able to see that she cares more about nurturing you, and she's leading with the nurturing and caring rather than the attributes of, look what I do, I bring you your food, I cooked for you, I folded your clothes. That's, yeah, you did it, but I can do those things. Give me the things that I can't do. So I agree with her.
So what attracted you to me nurturing wise and the things that you couldn't do? What attracted you to me? And I know you knew me before we started dating, but what attracted you to me?
I think the things that attracted me to you was the nurturing side I did see of you, and you taking care of the household, you being able to be there for me. I was having trouble with just, having self-confidence. You were able to be there to instill the confidence that you saw in me, so then I could see the confidence that you had for me and see it for myself. And I think that became more nurturing. It wasn't just, you cooking, you cleaning, you going to work, you splitting half the bills or paying for your portion. It was more of the nurturing ways that, okay, I can even see her going further. I could see more of what you had to offer, because if you could do that at that young of age, I see more of a possibility of you even getting better at it because you were still young. And so that's the part that attracted me to you, where I could even see the growth and the potential further than just where you were right then, and which was nurturing and which was, doing the things that I could do and some of the things I couldn't do. It was the possibility of saying, man, if she's already here now, look what she can be in the future. So I seen, a lot of that in you, and it made me have more faith in what the future could be between us rather than where you were just now. And so you had a lot of, attributes where it was, the nurturing, the caring, the home taking, and being the good supportive wife that I could see you becoming. But it was all that and still being able to see where you would go in the future.
Love to hear it. I saw you as being very protective, because you was protective of me when we were in high school. You was like, no, I got your back. So I was for you being supportive, strong, courageous, and you were very smart, and you weren't you didn't make unwise decisions. You know what I'm saying? And you were willing to give all that you could, and you didn't even complain about it. You would listen to me. You would hear me out, and you would give great advice, and I just love that about you. And I knew you was funny. I love this guy for years. I'll tell you guys more about how we connected later on. But anyway, I just knew he was a good person, and I always was attracted to him, but we couldn't date at the time. Yeah.
All now, top corner talking home run, touchdown, buzzer beater, do it all now, top